What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of our Throttur Reykjavik save. We're back just a little bit earlier than anticipated, and that is because if you look on the left-hand side, the messages, it is July 1st, which means transfer business is kicking off a lot. A lot for sure. So we'll might as well start with it. Caio, let's say we are up to 6 offers. Originally, I was just going to deal with him, move on, but then July 1st came, and we've got Topic with an offer from Bologna and Zaitsev an offer from Udinese. So let's go ahead. We're going to have a little bit more of a transfer special here on this episode, so we'll see. So, and we look at all the offers. Liverpool, Inter, and Juventus have all gone ahead and made offers. I've accepted loan backs, but I am looking to bring in somebody as more of a permanent deal. All these loan backs are just breakthrough prospects, so I'm perfectly fine with the look at that, 525 to Etifak, so happy with that one. But yeah, everyone else, it's just the loan back with breakthrough prospects. So I'm looking to find somebody more permanent as a first teamer, so we kind of don't get hit with just a huge drop off, or if something else happens. But I'm going to keep going, see if Chelsea will do like 550, because he might go ahead and take that Chelsea offer. Yep, 550. See if I can reject these offers. Where did let's see go? There he is. I'm gonna go ahead and offer him out essentially for 600K. I'm just gonna keep rising this price, at least trying to at this point, and just seeing if teams will bite and keep improving, get as much money from him as possible. See if we can make him our record sale. Loan move here for a young fullback, so it's not that big of a deal. Now, Vladislav Zaitsev wants a move out to Italy with Udinese. Installments, league appearances. I'm pretty much getting rid of all these league appearance, offers, just because they just don't make that much sense in case these guys don't end up playing. 540K for Zaitsev, more than we bought him for. I don't remember how much we did actually buy him for. We got him on a free, actually. We got him on a free, so that'd be a nice bit of profit for him. While this is up, might as well show Ishna Ndiaye is the guy I was looking to replace for Lecce. Olympiacos also sent in an offer. I think he's a very good player. Great pace, great agility, good technique, great flair, good passing. 120K, Senegalese cam. So I figured why not take a stab at him. We'll see if he does indeed come in. Ivan Topic is wanted by Bologna. 195K, up a bit as well. So international appearances we'll get rid of, league appearances we'll get rid of all of that, and just look to get a nice chunk of change for him. I swear I just submitted 450K, but they just went ahead and sent in 500K. Okay, 500K, I guess. I don't think that's what I offered. And then we've got a couple guys I offered trials to. They don't have contract. Christian Hartharson here, center back, Icelandic guy. Just an option, for the academy and try and send out. And then Samuel Reed, kind of another one. He looks to be a decent player. A cam, Gibraltar, 18 years old, but he is got 10 caps for the national team, got a goal, and has loads of appearances. And I think he had like 5-star potential. But when it comes to that as well, we're looking at cams. So if Ishna Ndiaye does go to Olympiacos, I've got here on the list Oleg Mishuk, 20 years old, Belarus international player. Quite a good player as well. 5'6", good with both feet. Tries killer balls often, plays 1-2s. I think he could be a good option. at the cam. Center back wise, I've got a couple guys I'm looking at getting a good scout on. Luka Koshinin, the Serbian from Kukurishi. I also have Filip Prusha from Jilava, Czech center back, looks quite good. And then probably the player that I'm really kind of, it's hard to look away from, is Padraig Judge, the Irish international. It just seems like he's got some real good stats at 6'4", so definitely an option there. Up top at striker, I've got three guys on my list. All three have got some talent. Usheth is probably the bottom one. He's one guy maybe I'm probably going to stay away from. But Akaki Kobakidze, the Georgian striker, international, 13 caps, 2 goals for the German national team, or Georgian national team. He's got 57 goals and 127 league appearances. You can see he's scoring goals aplenty. He's got some really nice stats in there. So it's definitely a very interesting, intriguing offer. And so is Ernestas Marcinkiewicz. Really butchered that one, I know, but Lithuanian international, 4 caps, 1 goal for Lithuania. Bit cheaper on the wages as well, but 33 goals and 55 appearances. He's got 15 goals, 5 assists in 18 appearances in the Lithuanian league with Kauno Žalgiris. So even though the scouts gave him a C, I'm really, really interested in him, if I'm being honest. I mean, we'll see. Problem with Akaki here is that price range. I mean, it's just such a huge price range. It's going to be real tough to get him at a reasonable price, so he might be out of our budget. So it'll be interesting. I mean, loan-wise, we have still got all those guys out on loan. But yeah, I mean, Topic is all on board with leaving. Now, the thing is, I'm actually not as pressed about Topic leaving, because if we go on Topic's profile, we can see he's only made 14 appearances this year. He missed a lot of time due to injury. We can see 7 appearances in the league and 4 goals. So other guys had to step up, and it included Kjartansson. One more move that I did make, if I go to the club and transfer history, I mean, you can see here, look at all these transfers we've brought in. But Paolo De Pauli, love the name, 17-year-old French striker. Arneson was gone, Valthorsen was gone, both of them on loan. And Topic got injured, and Kjartansson was called up to the Icelandic U21 national team. So I had nobody to play striker. And quite frankly, when I was going through players that didn't have contracts, he had 15 to 19 finishing, so I just went ahead and signed him. I mean, 17-year-old French striker, decent potential. I figured why not? It's a free, 1.5K. He's made a few appearances in the league and the cup. Hasn't scored for me. Has done well for the under-19s, but really just another player, another body in there for the youth teams. You can see, I mean, all these guys out on loan. But where does that put us in terms of the league? You can see here, we were actually able to postpone a lot of our fixtures because we had players called up to the World Cup, and which actually I do want to look at because I haven't even seen anything on that. But I had several players called up to the World Cup. As you can see, this is where the World Cup currently stands. Round of 16, I believe, or second round really. Spain, Tunisia, you can see all of these countries here. But yeah, we got some players at the World Cup, at least initially called up. So I went ahead, I was able to postpone a bunch of games, and there was a couple of times as well where there was huge amount of players missing. Indonesia is in the second round. Let's actually go to the groups here. Nigeria, Spain, Iran, New Zealand. USA gets knocked out to freaking Indonesia. Embarrassing there. Panama's in it, looking for some different countries. Norway topping their group. Japan in there, which you kind of expect. Guinea-Bissau in there, which is a fun one. China has made it. Colombia, Cameroon, Sweden, Jamaica, Peru, the UAE, Mali, a lot of different countries in there. But yeah, I mean, it's a fun one. It's still going on. I mean, Spain is the past winners, 2026. But yeah, as I was saying, we're able to postpone games. So we've got 3 games in hand over Valor, who currently sits second, and yet we still lead 4 points, 11, 1, and 0. Quite concerning. Vikingur and Keflavik down there mid-table, who are our big 2 teams, especially Keflavik making your conference league last season. Now, if we go back and look, start of the season, we won our Icelandic Cup final against IBV 2-1. And then we started off hot with a 2-0 win over Hjaltahugen, 3-0 win over Vikingur. And then we started to hit a real tough stretch. A draw against Fylkir, a 4-0 win against HK, and then a 3-1 loss in the essentially Community Shield or Super Cup against Vikingur. And then we struggled really most of this game. A lot of this game against FH. It was a very even game. 3-0 is probably not accurate scoreline. And a couple 1-goal games. And then we started to win some more by a few goals. 3-goal, 2-goal, 3-goal wins. A couple 1-0s that we definitely deserved to win. And then another 1-goal win and a 2-0. Part of that problem is we just had a lot of injuries so far this year. I think at one point Gigi Ingvarsson was our only healthy deep line midfielder in the entire squad. Nurk, Danielson, and Ragnarsson were all injured. It was just Ingvarsson. I had youth players playing in there. I had Letzier playing center mid, CDM. I mean, it was just been a mess. Injuries up top, injuries on the wings. It's been nonstop injuries. But some guys have stepped up. If we go ahead, we look at our selection info. You can see Becky's made 18 appearances. He hasn't even played every single game this year. He got injured, so Thorhalsson played 6. So it's 24 games in all competitions. And if you can see, I mean, Jess is probably our most fit player, making 23 appearances. No one else has even made that. A couple guys have made 20. But you can see here, John Gretar Kjartansson's got 12 goals this year. He's really stepped up. Topic is at 10 as well, but Kjartansson, he had a 4-goal game as well. He's got 8 goals in the league. He's really started to step up since really being forced to play with Topic being injured so much recently. Vasilia has been up and down and into the squad. Odd Gerson as well. Uwe Arneson, all of those guys have been injured. Uwe Arneson's also wanted. So you can see, I mean, just numbers all over the place here. So many guys making contributions. I'm looking, Valdorsson's got 6 goals on loan, which is great. A lot of starts for him. But yeah, I mean, there's just appearances all over the place and contributions all over the place. Letzier's got 9 assists this year. So unfortunately, our squad looks like it's about to be absolutely torn to shreds here in this one. So that's definitely a very frustrating thing, honestly. But we'll see. So you can see, I'm just accepting these because it just doesn't hurt to have them in the squad and have them around. So we'll see. Champions League wise, who knows what'll end up happening with our squad by the time we hopefully make it into league stage of something. And then Champions League wise, actually, haven't even gone ahead and dealt with that as we get more offers from Letzier. Let's have a look at those first. All these guys at 275. Al Hilal offering 600K with 40%. So I will accept that. But let's see who's a couple guys out of contract running out. But Champions League wise, we have got in the first round Neftchi from Azerbaijan. So it'll be interesting. Last year they only had, or they were in the Conference League last year as well. So it's going to be a tough one. I think if we win, we take on Apoel. So, but that's if we can win, if we can get past them. So it's going to be very interesting. A lot of moving pieces could potentially here at this point. It's why I want to come back now, because there's going to be a lot of movement happening in a very short time, very quickly for us. So at this point, I'm just kind of waiting and seeing how things turn out. More offers for Topic here from Napoli on this one, another 500K offer. So let's go ahead, try and get us some money on a future deal maybe. I keep going back and forth what I want to do for that striker. So let's go look at strikers right now. Um, you know, I just keep going back and forth. I mean, he's such a good player, Akaki here, but I just think it's going to cost way too much money. 6 million. I just can't do that. I cannot justify a borderline $11 million move for him. So it looks like it might be Ernestas, the Lithuanian striker. Clearly, you can see buying young, selling for some profit. So let's see what we can get him at. They want him 550. It'll be it's borderline a million. Maybe if I just do the 500K actually, get rid of that, make that down and a range friendly. They'll take it. 500K for Ernestas Marcinkovicius. Not a bad deal, honestly. Very interesting move there. The Lithuanian potentially coming in as long as we agree to this contract and he ends up making his way through. He wants an important player, wants to win a domestic cup, and that's okay. He will end up being our star striker, most likely. No release clause needed, which I'm all on board with. 6.5K per week. Again, not a big deal. I'm perfectly fine with that. Topic out, Ernestas in, essentially 1-for-1 apart from the wages, so I'm perfectly fine. And then NDI coming in. Ishna NDI has decided to sign with us. That's a big one, beating out Olympiacos for the 20-year-old Senegalese attacking midfielder. That's a huge signing, in my opinion. I'm very happy bringing in NDI. But let's go ahead. Let's get to this Breidablik game. Maybe something else will kind of turn loose and come its way. Man United have made an offer for Topic. Again, it's just we're continuing to see more offers coming in. Yeah, another one there. But a big one, bringing in NDI, get him registered. Squad is thin for sure, but we can go ahead. We can get rid of Hydarson because he is just about wanting to go as it is anyway. And I just gotta find our main man, Ishna NDI. Ready we go. Breidablik game. We're ready to get going. Mambo has actually had a very good season. Zaitsev has had a good season as well. Oksanen has had a very good season. He's a very different player than Agazio on that right-hand side, so I actually like the balance that we have with those two at the moment. NDI will make the bench, but Gerson, Letzier, Hjartansson, Jeffs is our front four. Danielson, Ragnarsson, Agazzi, Zaitsev, Thorhalsen, Mambo, and Becky. We've got Yamwego is suspended. He's done decent this season, on and off interest throughout the year. But NDI picking up the number 11 shirt. It's been vacant for a little bit. So hopefully we go ahead, pick up a good win here against Breidablik, who currently sits second, and continue to extend our lead. Ball's back with Becky. Opening few minutes here of this match. Looking to go ahead, take an early lead. So we work it up on that left-hand side to Garrison. Letzier's made a good run in behind to a channel. Slows it up, drops it back. It's Liam Dottie Jeffs, and he's put it in. And an early lead indeed it is for us. It is Liam Dottie Jeffs, the Icelandic winger, continuing to put up goals from that right-hand side. Another late run. Letzier with his 10th assist of the season, picking out Jeffs. Top of the box, and he's able to put it in past the goalkeeper, Gulubovic, and we lead 1-0 early. Gulubovic with the goal kick, still inside this opening 10 minutes here. Flicked on a couple of times, and Thorhalsen is there to give it. The new Icelandic international recently made his debut for the national team. The 25-year-old, been here forever. It's Letzier. He's in behind, and it's forced a quick save from Gulubovic. Thorhalsen, the man who's been here since day one, has finally made his way into the national team. Letzier in a promising position for the free kick. Whipped in, middle of the box, headed, flicked on, and it's Jeffs again. And Jeffs has put us up 2-0. 16 minutes in, he has put us up 2-0. 2 goals from Jeffs on the right-hand side. It was a great flick on, I believe from Kjartansson, off of Letzier's corner or free kick from deep on that left-hand side. A great flick on by Kjartansson, and Jeffs just drifts on his own and is able to head it into the net, and we lead 2-0. Breidablik, though, from kickoff, we're going to look to get that goal right back. Orison to Sal. And over to Morby. Orison. Up over the top, but Thorhalsson's there, unchallenged on that header. Oddgerson. Cuts inside. It's Oddgerson's effort. It's just wide. Close to another goal there. The corner kick from Mambo, whipped into the near post, headed goalwards from Oddgerson, but it's up and over. This opening half hour, opening 25 minutes has been eventful. Kjartansson's able to collect the Gotzi's step-poked clearance, bounced around and cleared away, looking for Jeffs to complete his hat-trick, but Bjornsson is able to take the ball into space for Breidablik. His effort is quite tame into the hands of the German Becky, as we will spring forward now as we slow things down with some possession. It's Ragnarsson to push the ball forward as we head into the last 15 minutes of this first half. Ragnarsson to Jeffs and out to Agazzi. These two once again showing their familiarity and chemistry with each other, but it is won by Breidablik, both of which are forward, and Agazzi does well to recover to win it. It's Jeffs, he's got some space in behind. Can he complete the hat-trick? He cannot, as Gulubovic denies him. It was a good save there, but Jeffs with quite a poor finish. He'll be disappointed with that one. Ingvarsson, Ragnarsson and Zaitsev, one of which got the header down to Agazzi. Ragnarsson over to Thorhalsson. Letzier, his potential final appearance at the club. Oddgerson to Letzier, slows it down, plays it across, and it's Kjartansson, and he's got himself a goal today. He's deserved it. He's played quite well, got himself the assist on Jeff's second goal, and another assist from Letzier and a goal from Kjartansson. The same goal seems to be on repeat this season as Letzier is finally making those runs, linking up with Kjartansson quite well, who's just staying in the middle of the box, and he's getting goals, and it's 3-0. Thorsteinsson, almost at halftime. Breidablik need a goal to get back into it, to have a bit of hope. They can't concede a fourth right before halftime. We're going to work it on this right-hand side. Agazzi to Jeffs. Kjartansson's making a great run, and Jeffs has found him. And John Greta Kjartansson has put it wide. Chance for his second goal of the match, but he has squandered that chance. And we lead 3-0 at halftime, and we have absolutely dominated them. Breidablik are in fourth place. They dropped from third to fourth because of the 3-0 first half result. But we still have a whole other half to play. We got to keep the numbers up. We've done an absolutely brilliant job in the attacking third. We need to continue on. Letzier gets past Palmer, but gives it away. A poor pass. Looking for Jess, but it's intercepted by Ingvarsson. Bjornsson to Palmer. Ingvarsson. Palmer again. Has spaces. Agazzi is not recovered. Ball's whipped to the back post. Mambo doesn't get there. Becky doesn't get there, but it's hit the post and gone out. Palmer can't keep it in play, but he's put it away for a throw-in. Traore to throw in. 65 minutes on the clock. We've definitely just more so looked to kill this game in this second half. But we are now going to be looking for a fourth. We want more goals. It's Agazzi. Down the line. Cuts it in. It's Jess, but it's cleared away. Good block there from the defenders. Couldn't tell who got the block, but it was a good block. Nurk. Ball's into Jess. And dropped out to Agazzi. To Ragnarsson now. Final few moments of this match. Agazzi. Can he find something? Can we find a fourth goal here? Lucas Agazzi. Whipped in. Back post headed away. Nurk. To Ndiaye. Bounced around. Nurk's effort is wide. and that's going to be full time. The 3-0 win, the 3 goals in that first half was more than enough. We still continued to provide good chances, but did not put them away in that second half. But a good win, a 3-0 win. As we look to then go ahead, we've got another game in just a couple days' time before our Champions League. Bit of a tight hamstring for Kjartansson, so he will end up dropping out of the starting 11. Hopefully, be fit enough for our game against Vikingur. You can see there. I mean, it's 1 day off, and then we play again. That international break, uh, pause for us definitely hurt, because we've got games coming thick and fast. Play on Friday and then Tuesday, but we have got a decent squad about us, as Letzier has decided to join Al Hilal. So he is making his way to Saudi Arabia for $600,000 and then a potential future fee. Caillou Letzier, it has been a pleasure indeed. But unfortunately, you've overgrown this club and has moved on. Plateau does get some of that money as well, just a little bit of money there. But yeah, making his way out, unfortunately. Now, granted, the one thing I do have to say about Letzier as he departs, he never really had an absolute monstrous year. I mean, this year he has up to 8 assists in the league, 11 assists in all competitions, 9-9 last year. A solid contributor, but nothing absolutely lunatic crazy. 60 million valuation right now, a huge, huge wage bill for the young Ivorian attacking minded player. As we are getting some of these guys, you can see there, Oleg Mishuk was scouted, didn't end up bringing them in, as we got NDI. But the nice spot NDI has freed up, or Letzier has freed up by going to Al Hilal, as we get to go ahead and pick our Champions League squad. But unless anything else happens, we'll get to this Vikingur game in a moment here, as we pick up a second game in this episode. It'll be a 2-game episode because of all the transfer business as well. But then next episode will be that Champions League playoff round. All right, before we even get to that Vikingur game, even though it's the same day, Ernestus Marcinkovic, he's just going to be going by Ernestus. He has made his way into the club, 500K in, the Lithuanian striker, right on match day. Don't think he will be able to be registered in time for this one, but very happy with bringing him in. A+ reaction to signing him. I think he's going to be a top player. I mean, he's even got that huge valuation already for us, which is nuts. I think he's going to be such a good player and score loads of goals. You will miss out on the Champions League as well, which is definitely a huge loss. Let's see if I can get him registered. I can indeed get him registered up real quick, which is a big one. Let's see if he can actually play, though, as Kjartansson is injured. Yes, he can indeed play. He's going to slide in right in. Let's give Topic one last start, potentially. Let's give him one more game. NDI will slide in as well. That's probably why it freed up that spot. Holmsteinson will come in to the bench. Ernestus makes the bench as well. Juve Arneson will come in, as Odd Garrison's not fully fit. Ragnarsson, Mambo's not fully fit, so Traore. Zaitsev's not fully fit. A lot of changes are going to have to be made here. We've got 1, 2, 3. Moigo's definitely, I don't know why it's not popping up. 3 foreigners right there. Is he considered foreign? He's not. Okay. You never know with some of these odd countries if they're considered foreign or not. Ragnarsson out for Ingvarsson. I'm going to bring Nurk in to start as well. Agazzi out for Oksanen. A very changed lineup in this one. Hopefully we go ahead and pick up the win against Vikingur. It's going to be a tough one. He's going to get the number 7, since I've just given the number 11 to NDI. But he'll get the number 7. Nice, important number that Letzier just vacated. Borg Thorson with the corner kick inside the opening 10 minutes. Played into the middle of the box and it's headed up and over by Elon Sadi. Nerk to Yamwego and Oxenim. Yamwego. Traore. Juvet Arneson. Can he create something? Juvet Arneson doing well, weaving in and out. Brilliantly played. It's NDI. His effort is tipped wide for a corner kick. Almost there to score his first goal for Thróttur. Oxenim with the throw in. 25 minutes gone. Oxenim. Topic. Oxenim again. Ingvarsson. Oxenim into the box. Playing it all the way across and it's all the way in. It is an own goal by Endar Sar. I don't know who turned it goalwards. I think it was NDI, so he's denied his first goal by an own goal. But it is still a goal for us, and we still lead now 1-0. Let's see if we can tell who gets that touch. Oxenim plays it in, and it hasn't even hit any of us. It's just taken a couple of deflections. I think it was Dabo and then Sar. But we lead 1-0. And that's going to take us to halftime. A very even game with not a lot of chances from either side, but it is indeed a 1-0 lead for us for that own goal. We are at the 90-minute mark. Again, this whole game has been a game of nothing. Not many chances at all in this one to separate the two sides. Vikinger looking to get a last-minute draw. Ernestus on looking for his first goal. Ernestus. Holmsteinsen has put it in, and Bjarni Holmsteinsen on the right-hand side for Jeffs has propped up with another goal. He hasn't scored many. The young teenager has been involved for a year and a half or so, really, at this point, with our first team since signing on a free. This at 16, and he's able to just put a nice pass finish into that corner to seal the game. 2-0 at this point. Holmsteinsen with the goal to seal it. A big goal indeed on that right-hand side as we hit the final whistle here with the 2-0 win. Again, you can see there in the stats, it is very much a low-danger chance game on that one. But a win, again, another big one as we go ahead and move on. Another little knock for Juvet Arneson, but we can deal with just little knocks. But a big game here against Neftchi coming up. Some very tight games coming up, very important games, European qualification rounds, all coming thick and fast at this point. I'm going to go ahead and just advance just a little bit. It's just a rumor. I was very confused on why that was coming up. I'm going to go ahead and advance to this game as we talk through this final minute or so. See if anything else comes through. But yeah, after all the chaos of this window, I'm still pretty happy. I do think we've got a better striker at this point. NDI is probably a little bit worse at the moment than Letzier when he left, but I think he will be a great, great player. We made a lot of profit on that really transfer exchange, NDI going out and NDI coming in. I think that was a good move. Now, granted, I couldn't really hold him, Letzier. So perfectly understandable letting him go. He just wanted to go ahead and leave. Better team, and I get that. Same with Zaitsev. He is making his way out. $550K transfer fee. Again, a future fee attached to that as well. We got him on a free. He spent last year on loan at Sarpsborg, and then he's played very well for us this year. But again, I mean, it's not much I can really do at this point to keep him. He wanted to go, and I didn't want to upset the entire team just for him to stick around when we could probably find somebody that is better. We've got options at center back still. I'm going to sit here between recordings and contemplate if I want to go ahead, sign a new center back. We still have Thorhausen and Yamwego at the club along with Aronson, even though he wants a loan move out, but nobody is biting on it. I'm going to try and loan him out again. and just see if anyone will go ahead and take. So we'll see on that front. If he does get a loan out, then I will go ahead and sign somebody. If not, then I will think about it. I don't know. I'm back and forth on if I want to sign that Irish center back or not, as Topic is going to be making his way out as well. So we are going to have the squad space to sign a center back. So I was going to keep looking. I'm obviously not going to advance any days since we are on match day at this point. Um, yeah, since we're on match day at this point, you can see Manchester United will be signing Topic most likely at this point. So quite an interesting one on that one. The Croatian striker going to Manchester United. I don't think he will really have too much success there, if I'm being honest. I just don't think he's going to be really useful at that front. I think hopefully the best bet is for him to spend some time going out on loan and then being sold to somebody, and then we just get some of that money. But I'm going to keep sitting here and thinking if I really do want to sign Judge, that $1 million transfer fee is going to be steep at 6'4", but he's an EU international. He's played a lot of minutes. He's done decently well at Shamrock Rovers. He's got the big game experience. He's going to be an improvement. So I'm going to think about that before, really we get into the Champions League game in next episode. Two-leg tie against Neftchi from Azerbaijan. FH game is sandwiched in the middle. A lot of games still to play. If we look at our Premier Division real quick and see where we stand, you see there 10-point advantage with a game in hand. Stjarnan and FH are right there at the bottom with Fylkir, Halterhugens down there. A lot of teams, Keflavik in there, Vikingur. It's tight. Pretty much everywhere else, Valor's having a great year. But yeah, we are clear champions, it seems like, once again. But I want to thank everybody for watching. Please subscribe. Let me know if you guys are happy with our new signings. And I'll see everybody in the next one.